Welcome back. Time now for our In Focus segment in which we are discussing about JEE and NEET exams. Government reassures students and parents. Joining me are two very special guests, TV Mohandas Pai and Professor V. Ram Gopal Rao. Mr. Pai is the chairman of Manipal Global Education and a recipient of Padma Shri, India's fourth highest civilian award. And Professor Rao is the director of the Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, or IIT Delhi. Gentlemen, welcome to Newsnight. If I can start with you, Professor Rao. Now, you are the director of IIT Delhi, which is the direct beneficiary of the NTA holding those exams come the 1st of September. Are you, as the director of IIT Delhi, satisfied, sanguine, confident about the NTA's assurances for holding of these examinations?
Or all IITs take students through another level of examination,
right.
The JEE Advanced exam, which is conducted on September 27th, and that exam is conducted by all IITs together, and IIT Delhi is the organizing institute for this year. So it is our responsibility to conduct the September 27th JEE Advanced examination. And there we have about 2 lakh students, and we have made all the preparations. In fact, we have doubled our examination centers from 700 to 1400 centers, and we have also ensured that 99% of students will get their first choice as the examination center. And, in fact, they will be giving about 8 choices, and everybody, 99% of them, will be able to choose or get the first choice as their examinations. So those preparations are also done, and all the social distancing norms, everything is also taken care of. So we are all set for conducting that exam. IITs, we have already lost 6 months. Otherwise, by now, students would have been in IIT, the new batch of students. And now if we conduct the exams in September, we are hoping that we can start the sessions in December. That is almost like 6 months of delay.
Right.
And poor worry, if we delay it any further, then it will become very difficult for us, because the next batch of students will be again waiting. The JEE mains will happen, early next year.
Right.
And I think then it will essentially become a zero academic year for this batch of students. And if we are not able to admit them, I think these are some of our concerns. So we are hoping that with all the precautions that are in place now, and we will be able to go ahead and conduct this examination without any kind of an issue, and following all the protocols, strictly.
Right. All right, point well taken. Coming to you now, Mr. Pai. Now, this is one issue that's generated a lot of debate across the country. Now, what would you like to tell those anxious parents or students on Newsnight tonight? What would you like to tell them?
Well, I would like to tell them that their children will be safe, because research shows that the N92 mask, once put, make sure that you're safe. Your chance of getting COVID is very, very negligible. And by social distancing, you can avoid that. And you can also ensure that you're out for a limited period of time. Now, if you look around the world, so many people are on the streets of the major cities wearing the mask, doing social distancing, they're carrying out the life. So I don't see any threat to young people at this point of time, and the chance of any mortality are very, very dim. So if you look at the data from India too, the mortality rate has come down to 1.75. The recovery rate is about 76.5, 77. And we have seen a tremendous amount, and the treatment is available in most places, so that you will never have any difficulty. So I think we need to have confidence. It's already coming to 6 months since we started shutdown, and I think we have to go along with the life. And like Dr. Rao said, we can't afford to waste a year, especially when so many precautions are being taken by the National Testing Agency. So I don't think anybody is at any great risk.
Mr. Pai, the Supreme Court, let's talk a bit about the Supreme Court's observation. Now, Supreme Court has rejected a prayer for postponement of these 2 examinations. And now, that should put to rest all speculation, isn't it? For instance, the court said, should the country come to a halt? Probably not. Should the students lose an academic year? Probably not. So, now this should put to rest all speculation, and people should now look forward and look ahead, isn't it?
Yes, I think there are too many people meddling in this just to score a point and try to hold students back. I don't think people should fall into the trap. We saw climate activists trying to say some silly thing. I don't think the climate activists understand that flooding in India is a very, very small part of this country. It's a very, very huge country, 3.23 million square kilometers. And other some political parties are trying to get into it. The Supreme Court was very clear. I think the Supreme Court statement has set the tone for everybody else. It's clear all down. Just now I read a tweet that, the one chief minister of one of the northwestern states have told their AG to go to Supreme Court to get it reviewed. I don't know when this is going to end. We must not meddle in young people's future. Like Dr. Rao said, if you miss this, 1 year is gone. Now, is the 1 year going to come back? It's not going to come back. And there are about 16, 17 lakh young people, and a very, very large number are downloaded. They're all eager. They've been studying. They've been waiting, and they want to complete it. I don't think there's widespread support for this boycott move, except in some very select areas which are being propped up by some political parties, other kind of people.
Professor Rao, now we on Newsnight have shared with our viewers the NTA press statement issued on Tuesday. Now, it makes a number of valid points, almost 10 if I can recall from my memory, but it also speaks about a standard operating procedure being put in place for the students, for their parents, for all the ancillary agencies that are responsible for the conduct of this examination, including state governments. Now, that should give more confidence to the people concerned, parents and students, is it not?
Exactly. I think, it's fear of examinations as much as fear of COVID. I think, when you combine both of these, I think you are seeing what you are seeing. And also social media is a place where, you can easily amplify every small issue.
Indeed.
by forming, a kind of groups kind of a thing, which is currently the case. Like what Mr. Pai also said, many students who are preparing for these exams, for years now, they want to go ahead. They want to put it behind them. They want to take these examinations. I think the serious students are in favor of conducting these examinations. A lot of preparations are taking place. I must assure everybody, many preparations are happening now to ensure that all these protocols are followed strictly. For the JEE advanced examination, our faculty are working day and night, and there are extra new centers. There are at least 700 new centers being added because we need to keep one seat vacant between two students. That meant we need to almost double the number of examination centers. Our faculty members in these times are actually visiting each one of these centers to ensure that we can follow all these protocols properly in those examination centers. And many faculty members will be doing invigilation of these examination halls. It is not that we are letting students write exam and we will all be sitting at home. We will all be personally visiting all of these centers for the JEE advanced examination. We will be making multiple rounds to ensure that all these protocols are followed. We need to trust and we need to respect our institutions. And as a country, if we start suspecting everything, I think there is no end to that. I think to me, it is a good decision. We need to move ahead. I think self-discipline is also the key. We can take care of these students when they enter the premises of the examination centers. There we will follow the social distancing norms. But what happens on the streets if they are not following the social distancing norms? And if people start doing it, I don't think anybody can do anything about it, and there are no guarantees in life. And I think self-discipline is the key, and COVID is not going to go away. As Mr. Pai also mentioned, even when the vaccine comes, I think with one vaccination, it is not that COVID will vanish. It is not the case. You need multiple vaccinations.
True.
And also today, for example, I'm hearing that even reinfection is an issue. It is not that one time if you are infected, you cannot be infected again. So therefore, COVID is going to stay now for another 6 months to 1 year. And I think postponing all our activities, continuing the lockdown, for another 6 months will completely derail our academic calendars, will completely derail our social life. I think we need to start getting back to normal state, and we're all doing it. And all of us are going to offices, but we are taking precautions. Now in our office, we are very careful with whom we meet. We're always wearing the mask. We are sanitizing, all the rooms and every place. We are taking all of these precautions, and I think that is a way of life. This is a new normal. The earlier we get used to it, the better it is for all of us individually and also for the country.
Absolutely. New normal, says Professor Rao. Coming to you now, Mr. Pai. Now, as I said, this has generated a lot of debate across the country. It's almost become a political issue. I don't know why. because we've heard from some chief ministers of a certain state in particular who says exams must be postponed and we should move court. Now, the point to be noted here is the court has already said it in so many words, Supreme Court nonetheless, which says we find that there is absolutely no justification in the prayer made for postponement of the examination in question, unquote. So why make it an issue, a political issue at that?
Well, they have to make a point. They're all politicians. They have to fish in troubled waters. And if a small number of students don't want to write the test, it's fine. Let them do it next year. Nobody is forcing people to write the test. The great majority, substantial majority, want to write this test. Like the Professor Rao said, you know, they have been working very hard. It has been postponed from April, May, the normal time. And if they postpone anything more, they lose 1 year. They don't want to lose that year. And the risk of COVID is come down. You know, maybe in April, May, there was a great fear. What is going to happen? People are going to die in the street. There is no cure, blah, blah, blah. Now the treatment protocol has also improved. People can take more precautions. There's greater confidence. And the mortality rate has come, for young people, is almost negligible. For older people also, it has come down. The percentage of people who recovered is gone up. Treatment is available. So I think we must live with it. And it's not going to go away. Even if you postpone it to September, October, November, it's not going to be any different because there's no cure. There is no cure. The only cure is social distancing, putting a mask. Maybe what the government can do is to make sure that free masks are given to all the students who come. If the case they can't afford it, I'm sure that's not the case because I think everybody's got a mask now. The government can afford to give them a free mask. A N95 mask cost also has come down. That is supposed to be the safest. And maybe government can tell everybody just wear a N95 mask to come down. Because I saw a report just today that Indian scientists have said that N95 mask does protect you from infection.
Right.
So I think there's a cure. We must go ahead. There's no point being scared of everything for permanently. We have to learn to live with it. And I think it's long enough. Look around the world today. In most parts of the world, people are resuming normal activity. They're wearing a mask. They're doing social distancing. They've gone back. Economies have been deeply hurt all over the world. People are realizing that you can't afford to do this anymore, and the confidence level has gone up. And people are going to get more confident as time goes by. So I don't think there's any cause for worry apart from normal causes. And I don't think if people go to court, I'm sure the Supreme Court will throw it away. These people are, taking stances to play to the gallery of a diminishing number of people who are trying to do this.
Right. And now there's one concern though, and I want to ask both my guests for their views on this particular issue, and that has to do with the ability of the candidate students to reach the respective examination centers in those cities. Now, why do I ask you this question? Because although the NTA says 99% candidates get their first choice of center cities in both examinations, JEE and NEET, but the question is, and the NTA also makes note of that in its press statement, it says NTA has written to the state governments to extend support in local movement of candidates so that they are able to reach their centers on time. Starting with you, Professor Rao.
I think I agree with you. The cooperation of the state governments is very, very important in these times. But in a democracy, just imagine if a set of students are not able to reach the examination center, for whatever reason it is, and if the state government doesn't care, I think it is going to be a big concern for everyone. And in the JEE mains exam, the JEE mains is conducted multiple times. It's not a one single examination. Hopefully, JEE mains would make arrangements that if a student for any reason is not able to reach the examination center on one day, can they make arrangements on alternate kind of days? I think we need to look at some of these kind of issues, but I think the cooperation of state government is very, very important. All of us need to be responsible. The people who are supposed to be conducting these examinations, whether it is NTA for the JEE mains and the NEET exam, or whether it is IITs for the JEE advanced examination, all of us need to be extra careful, extra cautious. We need to put our best foot forward when it comes to these examinations, because I think the nation is now entrusting us with this responsibility. I think we need to really meet up to this challenge and do a good job. I think the nation is watching us, and we are all under pressure, and we are all taking precautions. But the cooperation of state government is definitely very, very key in all of this.
Absolutely. Mr. Pa, your thoughts as well on this issue of connectivity or mobility. What would you like to tell people who are watching you tonight on Newsnight? Is that too much of an issue, or you think this can be surmounted with the cooperation of the state governments going forward?
Look, we have to understand one important thing. If you look at data, most households have a personal vehicle, maybe a scooter or whatever it is. And so many people have a cycle. I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just giving you data to say mobility is not so much of a challenge. Yes, there'll be a certain part, people who don't have a personal vehicle, a scooter or a two-wheeler or maybe a bicycle or whatever it is, they may have difficulty. Like Professor Rao said, you should ask the state government to make special arrangements. I'm sure the state governments will do it with proper social distancing because there's a special case. And the numbers are not very large. I mean, 25 lakhs for a country like this, where about maybe 5-6 crore people travel every single day in a normal year, I don't think it's very large. And two, like Professor Rao said, if any student complains that he was prevented from coming or he could not come, something happened, they must give another chance. So I think there's a requirement for some flexibility. I'm sure the National Testing Agency and the IITs will have some flexibility. Even Professor Rao said that you can have 2 chances, etc., and you can do it many times. So I think this flexibility is required to be built in to take care of the very, very small percent of people who may get into real trouble because the state doesn't do it, or they go late, or is not available for whatever reason.
Right. All right, on that note, Mr. Pai and Professor Rao, thank you so much for making time to be on Newsnight and sharing your perspectives with our viewers in India and around the world. Appreciate it.